Okay, so apparently there's some Nintendo Switch 2 drama, and to be honest, guys, I'm not one of those guys that cares too deeply about the whole console situation. For an example, when I wanted to get the PS5, I got it. I'm gonna buy the Nintendo Switch 2 as well in December. I don't got the money for it right now. Just gotta be honest. But yeah, nah, in all seriousness, though, it's just like, what could be the drama here? You know what I mean? Like, there are a few things that's kind of but let's just figure it out because I would love to hear, like, what is everybody complaining about?
There are two things in this world that never work under any circumstances: the McDonald's ice cream machines and gaming boycotts. Gamers have an insatiable appetite to consume. To reject that urge goes against their very nature. Anytime something shiny comes out, you can bet your sweet bippy it will be purchased and played, no matter how vocal people are about abstaining from it and not buying it. Like, the most notable being Modern Warfare 2. There was a big hoopla and a huge movement about boycotting Modern Warfare 2. And then if you went into, like, the Steam group from the big boycott organization, almost every single person in there was currently online on launch day playing the game. And that's just kind of been the song and dance for gaming boycotts forever, really.
NBA 2K. So, guys, for all my NBA 2K people out there, y'all see what he just said. Y'all see what Penguins just said. It's much bigger than just NBA 2K, guys. A lot of gaming communities go through this. Mostly the entire gaming world. People are saying they're not going to buy the Switch 2. They just don't have the money to buy it right now. When they do get the money and they can spend that money and, take care of that money, they'll buy it. It's just that simple. People always try to find a way how to cope, or they find a way how to complain, and they're still going to buy the game. So it's just not the 2K community that's stuck in that loop. It's the gaming world, and then he's telling the truth. I ain't gonna lie.
Interrupting this broadcast real quick to give you an announcement that Starforge is doing an absolutely massive sale right now. So if you're looking to upgrade your PC, now is the perfect time to do that. You can click the link in the description. Of course, there have been some outliers, a few exceptions where people really did vote with their wallets and voted no. That has happened. It's just not common. And right now, there was a huge push against the Nintendo Switch 2 for a lot of bad business practices, and people were talking about how they're definitely not buying it this time around, they don't want to support it. And I'm sure you can already guess chapter 2 of this story here, the climax. The Nintendo Switch 2 releases, and that shit has been gobbled up like a bowl of cereal by a ton of people that were very outspoken against the Switch 2 and talking about, like, they won't be purchasing it, which was all very easy to say before it was available.
Just letting y'all know, my local Best Buy had a line that damn near was getting ready to wrap around the building just for people that didn't even pre-order. And the people that did pre-order, it was a long line as well. It's sold out there. You go online. I mean, it's pretty much sold out almost every damn where. You probably got to call around and you might find one, but it's pretty much sold out everywhere.
But now that it's here, they have jumped on that opportunity to own one enthusiastically and are playing it furiously and enjoying it too. I didn't expect the Switch 2 to flop. It was very predictable that everyone that was rallying against it was going to inevitably purchase it, because this is like clockwork. It happens all the time in gaming. It was always going to be a super success. And I talked about that numerous times over my coverage of Nintendo and everything that's been going on there recently. So I'm not surprised, that I'm not angry or anything either. I just find it very silly. And unfortunately, it's putting me in a pickle where a lot of people think I'm going to cave and buy a Switch 2 any day now. Because I'm sure a lot of you know I'm not the biggest Nintendo enthusiast in recent years, with a lot of their behavior against the community that loves their games, as well as their litigious nature of going after things that they believe is some kind of threat, like Pal World, and really overreaching there, mind you. And their pricing, I think, being abominable and a huge blemish to this whole industry, trying to normalize the $80 first-party titles.
Yo, that right there is what's really pissing me off so badly. I'm not gonna lie, that's really pissing me off. Man, the fact that the like what he just said, $80 for the game, bro. What? We just been slowly creeping up. And for Nintendo to do this, to start it off and say, well, $80, you don't think Sony and Microsoft is not going to do the same thing with their consoles? You really think that's not going to happen? We're living in crazy times, man.
Paid services for things that are currently free, like the Discord equivalent in the Switch 2, which is just a much worse version of just using Discord. I could go on and on. I've already told you these things. I don't need to just regurgitate them fucking baby bird them into your mouth again. Point is, I've made it very clear that I had no plans of getting the Nintendo Switch 2. At the time, I had absolutely no desire to get the Nintendo Switch 2.
I've been trying to configure this field for an hour, but this CRM sucks. Maybe it's time to stand...
And I still don't. I still didn't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and I don't even have, like, the slightest semblance, like, not even, like, the one molecule in my being is tempted to buy the Switch 2. And that's not even because I'm someone that, like, calls for a boycott of Nintendo or anything. I really don't care. There's a lot of people that bought it, they're really enjoying it, and a lot of people are reporting that it's a great console, and I'm very happy that they're having fun with it. At the end of the day, that's the most important part. So it doesn't bother me whatsoever. I have never once tried to, like shout out a rallying cry to stand up to Nintendo. If you want to buy it and you're having fun with it, all power to you.
Right.
I'm just not in that camp. I've never tried to be a boycott Barry here, trying to get people to not buy the Switch 2. All I've been doing is just talking about things that I personally don't agree with the way Nintendo's been doing things over the last couple of years. But if people want to get it, I think that's great. And have fun doing that. I've seen some really cool videos, too.
And that's the thing, guys. Buy what you want to buy. Like, me personally, I don't care. I'm going to get the damn console. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything that's making me really going to think to not buy the console. You know what I mean? I haven't had a Nintendo since the Wii, and you know what I mean? Like, it's been so long, and it's just like, bro, I want to get a Nintendo. Is it going to happen right now? No. I just don't got the bread for it. But towards Christmas, I'll spend that $500 around that time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, just buy the game if you want to buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But from either side shouldn't be telling them you should buy it or you shouldn't buy it. Just do what the hell you want to do. It's pretty simple.
From like the midnight launches, it felt very nostalgic because I remember being a kid going to like midnight launches for Gears of War 2, for example. And the clips I've seen really do remind me of that. That's a very fun thing to see happen again. Like Dashi and Corey Kenshin were apparently at one of the midnight launches, and they were dancing and having fun, and everyone was having a great time for the Switch 2 launch. I'm not trying to drop trousers and plant my ass on the fun here. I am not the fun police trying to sound the alarm. I encourage it, and I'm glad so many people are enjoying it. I'm just not someone that is getting the Switch 2 for a variety of different reasons. Now, even if it wasn't like Nintendo's business practices that I had such an issue with, the launch catalog also just isn't really super appealing to me, personally.
I mean, that happens,
looking at the Switch 2's drop just isn't exciting. It's mainly games I've already played before. In fact, it is almost exclusively games I've played before, except for the new Mario Kart game. So, like, I don't really need to just pay full price for games I've already experienced just to experience them again on the Switch 2. That doesn't make me, salivate.
See, and that's the thing, right? That's why every consumer is different. Because me being a consumer, yeah, I've played. Obviously, the new Mario Kart World is a newer Mario Kart, but it's still Mario Kart realistically. But guys, me personally, I have not played a Switch game outside of like I had this little game at work where they brought all the consoles and things like that. And literally, Mario Kart was the only game I played on that Switch, on the Switch OLED. But I haven't played a Switch game in over a decade, guys. Like, I really don't. I haven't owned the Switch, haven't played any games, no Pokemon, nothing. And I just want that feeling of like a good game again. I've been so toxic on my damn PS5 with all these online games, these fighting games, these basketball games. It's been so toxic, and I just want to switch up for the gaming when I'm out and about, or just to play in general and try to find maybe some new content to make. You know what I mean? Like I could upload a Switch, a Nintendo game. You never know, it might do really well. So for me, it's just really important. I really just want to get into that new game feel, get like a rejuvenated feeling for gaming. So that's where I'm coming from as to why I'm going to eventually get the Switch. Now, again, is his name Moist Critical or is it Penguins? Thought it was Moist Critical. I don't know. But y'all get the point.
Want to sink
every
my
consumer is
teeth into
different.
It, and I'm not so excited about the new Mario Kart that I need to go out there right now and buy the system to experience it. But that's just me and my size small underpants here. Like, that's not going to be a one-size-fits-all for everyone else. Maybe there are people out there that didn't play these games and want to experience them on the Switch too. They want to have the handheld capabilities.
Right.
That's totally fine. And you bought the system so that way you can play them for the first time, or you're a huge Mario Kart fan and this was a system seller for you. Again, all power to you. It's just, for me personally, I won't be getting it. Because of so many people that were outspoken now buying the Switch 2, I'm getting lumped into that group for some reason about like, any day now Charles is going to buy it because he was trying so hard to push against Nintendo and try and get everyone else to do that with him. I wasn't. Yes, I was pushing hard against Nintendo because it's a company that produces games that are really near and dear to my boners. I fucking love so many Nintendo games. Like, if you watch the video I just made on my top 50, a good chunk of those are Nintendo property. They make bangers, games that absolutely slap. But the company itself, I think, is outright, like, brutal. Like, they are absolutely...
See, the thing that gets me upset with people is, like, for me, as long as a company isn't, like... I get it, because I have my complaints being a 2K player, Take-Two Interactive, the company, and how they operate their business as 2K. You can talk about that, and you can really see the malicious intent they have with how they do business in a very, very ridiculous way. But there's just other instances, like, for me, like, when I think about Nintendo, I'm not really seeing it. Maybe he's gonna have a better knowledge of me than I, he's gonna have a better knowledge of me about the situation, but I just don't see what they're really doing. So to me, I just think of Nintendo, Mario Kart, Pokemon, like all these other cool games you could play. That's how I think of the Switch. I don't think of it in a way where like it's 2K. So maybe I got to do more research and just figure out what's going on and figure out what business practices they might be doing that he may be referring to. I don't know, but I'll tell you guys what right now. I get $10,000, I'm going to buy a Switch. That's going to be one of the first things I do. I'm just going to tell you the truth right now. I just got to buy it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to lie.
Brutal. And I just wish that wasn't the case, and it makes me upset. And I don't have any desire to support that. But again, that's just me. I'm not trying to get other people to do that as well. Again, the most important thing is that you're having fun. And if this is something you really want to get and you're enjoying it, that's great. I'm having fun not getting it. So, I am not your enemy, Nintendo Switch 2 fans. And I certainly don't think any less of anyone that did get a Switch 2. It's really not that deep. I'm not fighting a war here. It's just one personal Neanderthal's decision to not buy the Switch 2 for a variety of different reasons that maybe don't matter to you at all. They just matter to me. That's it. Yeah, so I'm not getting the Switch 2. I have no plans on it anytime soon. Will I consider it in the future? Maybe. If Nintendo starts to work more with the community as opposed to against them, sure, I could definitely see myself getting a Switch 2 down the line to try and encourage that direction as opposed to the direction they've been going down for the last few years. Absolutely. It's not like I have some unreasonable, irrational, blind hatred of Nintendo as a company and will refuse to support them forever. Not at all. I would much rather be talking about Nintendo W's as opposed to L's. I would like to see them be more community-focused and more enthusiastic about, like, gaming in general, as opposed to trying to figure out ways of nickel and diming more and more, like getting more juice for the squeeze out of consumers' wallets for their products. That's all. That's literally it. So, if we can get to a point where Nintendo starts going more in that direction, I'll be just as happy as anyone. You'll see me dancing about Nintendo Switch 2 and all that, if we can get to that point. But right now, we're not there. Maybe we never get there. Who really knows? Hopefully, at some point, it does. But currently, and at least for the foreseeable future, I won't be getting the Switch 2. But I don't expect anyone else to follow that. I want you to do what you'd like to do. So that's really about it. It's not that deep, I don't think. That's it. So yeah.
All right, y'all. So yeah, pretty simple, guys. He pretty much broke it down the way how he wanted to. Just giving his thoughts and opinions on it. And I'm not against him for it. I'm not against anybody that wants to buy the damn console or they don't want to buy it. I feel like at this point that's just the regular process of anything. Whether it's a sneaker, whether it's a car, like some people are going to take a certain route, others aren't. There's some decisions that are dumb, and then some that really aren't. Like, when we think about cars, if you're getting into a car payment of an unnecessary payment that you don't really need to, and you can just get a regular car for like between $3,000 to $8,000 and just be fine, that's a dumb decision. If you want to buy a gaming console, that's just literally just a gaming console, and that's literally it. There's nothing to it. It's not like Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft is doing anything outlandish. Like, it's not like they're doing anything, you know, in a bad intent, racism, nothing crazy, then you're fine. So it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comment section. I definitely had to make a video on this because it was pretty cool to see, like he kind of mentioned, see people lining up for the game and stuff like that. It really gives that old feel of how gaming used to be. And yeah, it was cool to see people line up for the console, for the Switch. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you have a Switch? And you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all got a Switch too. And if y'all don't, let me know why y'all don't got it. And if you do have it, let me know what led you to buying it. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. And when you hit the notification bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss another upload. It's your boy John Ranks, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him. Gang, nobody doing like him. That nigga hate everyone cause he broke, and that's why nobody like him. Gang, SD Glow, now he talking this shit.